I am here with my dear friend Buzz the Bee from Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. You are going to want to keep a close eye on the weather today, am I right? And let me tell you, it's time now for your local weather report, brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Let's buzz on over to the Main Street Media TV Weather Center.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Happy Tuesday. I'm Kelly Rawson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check at your forecast, and it is a fantastic one, not only for today, but for the next few days here in southern middle Tennessee. Yeah, it's a chilly start, but temperatures this afternoon going to be feeling fantastic. We warm up into the mid 70s, if not just the lower 70s, but no matter what, it is going to be feeling fantastic out there with plenty of sunshine. Just a few clouds this afternoon, otherwise mostly sunny or a clear sky. Again, temperatures in the lower to mid 70s. We stay nice and dry, calm through the evening as temperatures fall back into the 50s, so maybe a little bit chilly right around and after sunset, and then overnight temperatures will get back down into the lower 40s here in southern middle Tennessee. We stay nice and calm for the next several days. Today, Wednesday, and Thursday, just a few degrees cooler for Wednesday and Thursday, but hey, we are still reaching the upper 60s to lower 70s, so it is still fantastic out there for the middle of this week. Heading into the weekend, things do take a little bit of a more gloomy turn. Clouds increase Friday, but just a stray shower chance. I think most of us stay dry as temperatures get into the mid 70s with the chance of showers for Saturday, with thunderstorms likely by Sunday evening after reaching close to 80 degrees. A few of those storms on Sunday evening may be strong to severe, so be sure to stay tuned and stay weather aware.
Thank you for that update. Tune in each day on Mornings on Main Street for an up-to-date weather report brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. All of their contact information is below. Have a great day.
Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning. Hi, kids. Hot tea.
Welcome to Mornings on Main Street. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Thanks for joining us. There are 47 Tennessee communities taking part in the Tennessee Main Street program. The Tennessee Main Street program helps communities revitalize their downtown areas by leveraging their assets, such as area history, local culture, architecture, and pride in the community. One of those 47 communities is celebrating 40 years with the Main Street program this month. Coming up, we're going to hear about the successes of Main Street Murfreesboro and find out how the community is celebrating. And then later on in Mornings on Main Street, we are going to take you to the 53rd opening for the barbecue destination, Jim and Nick's, where it opened up just yesterday, and also find out what sets this barbecue hotspot apart from the others. But first this morning, let's get a check of our headlines.
Hello, here's the latest news and weather from Main Street Media TV. The Kingston Springs Board of Commissioners has designated April as No Mow April, an initiative encouraging residents to let their grass grow, aiding spring pollinators essential for plant reproduction. Clarksville resident Jay Amo's journey on NBC's talent show The Voice ended on March 24th, despite receiving high praise from celebrity judges for his performance. Oak Grove Farms Garden Center, run by first-generation farmers Zach and Kendall Earhart, is set to open for the 2025 season on March 28, offering fresh local produce, baked goods, and farm honey at 517 W Main Street, Gallatin. The Cheatham County Emergency Management Agency has purchased a new Deep South fire tanker to replace a 30-year-old vehicle, which can hold up to 2,000 gallons of water and will primarily be used for fires not near fire hydrants. The Wilson County Schools Board has unanimously approved the purchase of a 42-acre property for $2 million to build a new middle school in Watertown, near the high school. For more news and weather, visit us online at mainstreetmediatn.com. Thanks for watching.
So Busy Bee is a very close-knit family. We fight just like every family does. We have arguments, but we always come out with a solution to the problems. We don't just fight about what we want, we fight about what customers need. We want to make sure that every customer we go to is more than satisfied. And that doesn't just start whenever we show up at their door, that starts when we show up every day at work. We want to make sure that we are serving our customers to the best of our ability.
Only in Smashville are opponents welcomed with some good old-fashioned Southern hospitality. We'll give you a hand, cheer you on. You suck! It's all your fault! Hey, we'll even leave a light on.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Welcome back. It is always nice when we can make a trip to Murfreesboro to catch up with the Executive Director of Main Street Murfreesboro, Sarah Callender. Always good to see you.
Thank you.
And we're here for a special purpose this month. You all just celebrated 40 years, a 40-year celebration.
That's right. So since 1985, the Main Street program has been a part of the historic downtown of Murfreesboro.
What is that like to be a part of this downtown area for 40 years?
It's humbling to know the stories of how it started and how, if you look back and do the research, which we have done a lot of, in the 1980s, you know, so many of the buildings were empty. It was urban sprawl, the malls were opening, and so our historic downtown was at a crisis point, which is like so many downtowns across the country during that time, and this city rallied together to apply to the state to become a Main Street program, and through that selection process, they were able to get the tools to focus on revitalization. And so, you know, over the next decade, they really put money into updating the sidewalks and the utilities and encouraging growth. And now we see the positive impact of all the work that those people did.
If you've been to the square here in Murfreesboro, it is hopping. I don't care what time you come down here, whether it's the afternoon, the morning, which because I just drove around, the afternoon or the evening time. It's incredible.
It is. Every year we have new businesses that open, and it's a blessing. It is hard to find vacant space for entrepreneurs, and we're constantly getting people looking, especially people moving here that want to start a business. It's hard to find a space that's vacant, but we like to, a part of the celebration is acknowledging those property owners and business owners that move into a new space that maybe was vacant, and they put the money into revitalizing an empty space. And so every year we're able to celebrate people that have done that. So you're right, like so many new restaurants.
How have you celebrated this 40-year celebration?
Well, we kicked it off with our annual celebration in March. And just had a lot of people come to the event to be able to honor the different people who played a role in the beginning of starting Main Street. We were able to recognize Ann Davis with the Doug Young Leadership Award because she was actually the one who worked for the city, and within 2 weeks she got the application from the state, got $70,000 raised to pay for a salary for a position to be the director of the Main Street program, and rally the businesses to sign up to agree for this revitalization project. So we just acknowledged work that she had done 40 years ago, which she was totally honored by that. But then 13 businesses we found out have been open starting from 1904.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
No.
So they have been open, these 13 businesses have passed down the business name, whether selling it or within their family, just around here in the public square and the blocks off of the square. And what did I say? Pastime Barber Shop. It's the
1904.
oldest one, 1904.
You would have no idea walking by it now unless, you probably go inside or unless, you talk to Main Street Murfreesboro. That's incredible. You have trash cans out too.
Yes, so that's part of a partnership with the city of Murfreesboro. Okay. And it was perfect timing with the 40th anniversary. We were able to select pictures from the Rutherford County Archives. And so we have historical pictures on each side of each individual trash can that has a view from where you're looking. Maybe it's a historic building or a family that owned a business in the 1900s. So they're all historical pictures, but they tell the story of our downtown.
I love that. That's wonderful. And then you have a mural too that we can visit.
That's right.
Share that.
So on the Walnut House, which is located on Walnut Street, on the outside of their building, they have a mural wall, and they allowed us to do a timeline of the history of downtown Murfreesboro. So we started with the 1800s when Murfreesboro was first established, with the Rutherford County Courthouse being one of the oldest courthouses in Tennessee. And we just took segments through the timeline up until 1985. And we had 14 artists that donated their time. They painted huge murals based on a picture that we assigned them. And it tells the timeline. It's got things like when they discovered the well that had been closed up in front of the courthouse. When they did the revitalization in the 80s, they discovered there was this well from where the horses used to come, and the Center for the Arts, which, when it was first built, was the first post office for Rutherford County. So there's an MTSU, when they first opened, is the first university. So just all this history, but it tells a story of people that were involved in those.
I love that, a walk through history. Anyway, are there any history tours in Murfreesboro?
There are. So even in our building, the Heritage Center is right next door, and they're part of MTSU, and they have students that will take you on a historic tour. They have brochures. They even have an online app that you can download. And so we're part of a historic district off of Main Street where there's lots of houses that are on the historic register. Our courthouse is on the historic register. But you can go through the Heritage Center and take a tour with somebody, or just use the brochures that they have, the pamphlets, and they'll tell you where to go and what the history is.
Love that. I'm just going to throw this out there. If you're looking for a staycation as we move into our spring and summer months, this would be perfect. Just hitting your Tennessee towns and taking a history tour like the one you can take right here in Murfreesboro. That's wonderful. Anything else that you're doing this year?
We're getting ready for our farmers market. It kicks off in May. So that's our next big event, but just promoting to remember during these times to shop local and support your small business owners. And what better way to do that than to come downtown where over 500 businesses are located, all locally owned. So it's a great 500 businesses within a 30-block radius.
So as you have maybe other entrepreneurs wanting to come here, will you just continue to grow out from the square area? There
are a lot of projects that are underway with the City Council of Murfreesboro. The daylighting of the town creek against Broad Street, that's underway right now. So that'll be completed at the end of this year. And that's going to be a whole creek that they're uncovering along Broad Street that will have a greenway that connects to the greenway at Cannonsburg. So it's going to be a lot more walkable, but with that space, there are other projects. There's one called the Keystone Project that's underway with City Council right now that will create condos, apartments, and mixed use. So there will be more retail space available for entrepreneurs. So I think as new development comes, it allows more space for people who want to start a business.
Last question for you, Sarah, for you. What is it like for you to be a part of this?
It is an honor. I mean, I've lived in this town since 1998. I'm not from here, but like so many other people that are transient, that are moving to Murfreesboro, it's special to make people feel like they have a community, that they're a part of it. So whether you want to volunteer with Main Street at an event, or you just come to an event, we have free concerts in the farmers market. The whole point of our mission is to bring people downtown so they feel like this is the heart of their community, and they feel like they belong, and everybody belongs in our downtown. So it's an honor for me to be able to spread that message.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. If you don't live here in Murfreesboro, make a visit to the square area here in Murfreesboro. It is worth the trip. Visit those businesses. The food, I tell you, is on point, and the coffee's really good. I mean, anything that you might want, you have it right here on the square. Executive Director of Main Street Murfreesboro, Sarah Callender, we always appreciate your time. Happy 40 years.
Thank you, Stephanie.
You're very welcome. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 123-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit nashville.lionel.com or call 615-455-9399.
You're seeing the signs too, right?
What signs?
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Welcome back. It was a blowtorch that was used to cut the ribbon at Jim and Nick's opening in Clarksville on Tuesday. The opening of this 53rd location brings 80 jobs to the Clarksville community and barbecue that has a 40-year history. Cris McCracken, VP of Operations, talks to us about how this authentic barbecue restaurant celebrates barbecue and its tradition across the South.
So we pay homage to all the great barbecue regions of the country. So we have a Carolina vinegar sauce which pays homage to the North Carolina sauce. We have a Carolina mustard sauce which pays homage to the South Carolina region. Then we have our original sauce that pays homage to the southern trifecta of Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia. And then we have a honey habanero sauce that pays homage to the Southwest version of barbecue. And we do pay homage to Kansas City barbecue with a sticky rib, Memphis because we do all our meats in dry rub, and Texas with our brisket because we use kosher salt and 16 mesh pepper, and that is it on the brisket. And so we take great pride in celebrating and collaborating with all the great barbecue regions of the world. And we have our secret weapon, the Morgan County white sauce, which pays homage to Big Bob Gibson in North Alabama. So we are very proud of sharing such a legacy and such great barbecue history with all these great barbecue regions. Again, 40 years of being in business, we've taken from the best and didn't necessarily have to reinvent the wheel, but we put our own little twist on it. And that's what makes us different than everybody else. Our CEO, Larry Ryback, is passionate about the QC Plus version of what we do. And you know, when Brian Lyman, the president and COO of the company, when he's taught me how to open these restaurants and why it's so critical to have that extra touch point and that guest journey, touch points throughout that guest journey, it really makes sense. And this is how we're evolving into the next generation of what we do and bringing the next generation along with us. We want to be more than just a transactional business. We want to make sure that the guest is really feeling value in everything we do from their first step through the door to the end as they leave. You know, a warm welcome and a fond farewell is how we put it.
Thank you, Cris, for talking with me at the opening yesterday of your Jim and Nick's location in Clarksville. Going back just a little bit, if you would like more information on the Tennessee Main Street program, you can find all of that out by going to tn.gov. As always, thanks for joining us here at Mornings on Main Street. Enjoy the day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.